Hi, welcome to the fourth lesson where we'll be working with the references we saved from the other lesson, especially the pictures with the different hairstyles. Well, let's set a new document. Don't worry about the parameters, just leave it as landscape format to make it easier to work with. Great. Let's bring the pictures we've selected before. The first one would be this one, the compilation of hairstyles. We're going to draw a base to work with to see the structure of some of them. We won't be drawing all of them. It will be a waste of time. So let's choose a couple of them to analyze deeper. I'll be using the Kyle T. Webster brushes, as always. The pencil brush in particular. We'll draw a quick base, and later we'll draw the different hairstyles. So first, let's draw the skull to make a proper portrait. And then we'll make copies out of this bust. Select, press Ctrl G, and drag to make copies. Repeat the process, Ctrl G, and now you can group the three of them and make the last copy to have 6 busts. Great. Now, we're going to bring down the opacity, and with a black brush, I'm going to sketch this hairstyle, for instance. You have to bear in mind that in the Victorian era, the updo was one of the most used hairstyles. Another way to style the hair in that time was to have short bangs or curly hair. This was kind of aristocratic. They really liked to tie the hair back in a bun in a rather extravagant way. You can think of the paintings in that time and you'll get an idea of what I'm saying. This one, for example, the first I've drawn. As I was saying, when they were straight hair, they wanted to avoid the use of bangs. They tended to slick back their hair to give a serious and neat look. Then we have another kind of bangs with long, curly hair tied back. It was also well thought of a woman to have straight long hair tied back, even if the result were extravagant. Yes, these are some examples. They used to tie it in a hairnet that was very modern for that time. They even decorated with jewelry, pearls, or that kind of things. Nowadays, if we think in hairnets, we see the one that people wear in the sanitary facilities, for example. But in that time was pretty much decorative and stylish. This one here shows the updos and short bangs too. And they weren't afraid of experimenting with short hairstyles. They even had the Mohican hairstyle in ornaments. This was very elegant in that time. They resemble the exotic birds you can think of. Another hair accessory in the Victorian era could be the ribbons. They were represented by the aristocracy of the time or wealthy families. They could come with either curly or straight hair. And wearing a ribbon didn't mean they had to have it tied back completely, like when wearing a hairnet. Well, we can also observe short bangs like this. Another famous hairstyle in that time was the quaff. They liked hair to be high and flashy. Well, in order to make these drawings more realistic, we need to have our wrist a bit loose. We're not going to be very precise. Try to find a balance between the straight and curved lines. That way, you have a pretty good compilation of examples when drawing ribbons and hairstyles of that time. Other type of accessories found in that time are flowers, jewelry, pearls, chokers, earrings, etc. And we would see this in the court ladies, for instance. And well, I hope you like this lesson. See you in the next one.